Hey there, my name is Pim. I am the CTO and one of the founders of STRM. And with my team, I would like to give you a quick intro to PACE, our open source data security engine. So, what is PACE? PACE is the abbreviation for the Policy as Code engine, and it helps you to implement a portable set of programmatic policies. This helps you to minimize the time to data and remain compliant. So traditionally, you'd have to file requests, go back and forth, etc. With Pace, you can just define the data policy that you need and then immediately implement on top of the data platform. So it is a way to create, manage, maintain, and enforce data policies. And what is a data policy? Well, a data policy is basically a way to present data differently to different users or principals in a technical sense without changing the source table. Pace does this in a platform independent and very lightweight way. So we simply connect to the data platform or catalogs that you already have. And it's open source. So we do integrate to, for instance, Databricks, Snowflake, and BigQuery already. But if you need another data platform or if you run a different type of catalog, you can very easily add your own connectors. You can write your own plugins. You can contribute to the set of transforms that we have. It is an Apache 2 licensed open source data security engine. Now, how does it work? It works as a standalone Docker app, and that means you can also run it on typical container solutions. So if you want to deploy it inside your organization on Kubernetes, you can. It connects to the data platform and possibly the catalog that you already have. And if you connect it to a catalog and platform, it sits in between data catalog and the data platform itself. It allows you to define data policies through the use of row and column filters and field transforms. And you can also invoke specific transforms based on conditionals like tags. So for instance, if you have data tagged as sensitive or as personal, you can define globally or locally what the transform and filter is that should be applied to the data based on the tags. And we set basis lightweight. It creates views instead of rewriting everything, so it doesn't touch the source data itself. And there's no need to write complicated and platform-specific SQL. So for instance, you're migrating from an older data platform to your new data platform, and you need to somehow migrate all these policies. With Pace, you could simply write them through YAMLs and then implement the new policies on the new tools. Or you could go multi-cloud and say, okay, I have Databricks and I have Snowflake, or perhaps you have both Azure and Google Cloud Platform. You could actually use Pace to apply the same policies to different targets. So let's go over a quick example. We have Mac and Mac. They are a food retailer. Midjourney made up their logo. And of course, a retailer has transaction data. This is just shoppers passing by with their carts at the cash register. And in using the data, we want to restrict the access based on age of the shoppers for legal reasons. And we want to transform the user ID because the marketing department doesn't need to know who the user is, for instance, for their reporting or analysis purposes. But for fraud and risk, they do need to see who the actual user was to do their jobs. So this is what this looks like in a PACE policy. We define the rule sets to a table that's called public demo view in this instance. And then we apply the filters. First, we filter out all ages under 8 for the principals that are not the group administrator and the group fraud and risk. And then we define the field transforms and we apply this to the field user ID. And if someone is in the group fraud and risk or admin, they can actually just see the user ID. If they are not in one of those groups, we'll replace the original user ID with a 0 value. So you can't see the user ID if you're not inside fraud and risk. And that is a very quick overview of what Pace does and can do for you. You can now dive into specific implementations for data platforms. You'll see either me or one of my team. Have a look at getstream.com/pace already. And then I invite you to contribute, use, give your feedback, and have a discussion about Pace with us. Thanks.